sa pambansang libangan ng bayan. Laro'y sinasa puso at kinaaaliwan, na para bang digmaan ang laban. Manalo, matalo, walang kokontra. Manalo, matalo, walang kokontra.
Mabuhay Pilipinas! This is PBA Semifinals Monday. Mula rito sa Big Dome, ang Smart Araneta Coliseum. Ivan Johnson and the tropang tech turf ng Talking Tech gustong bumawi ngayon dahil natalo sila sa game number 1 ng seryeng ito. And they wanna put this at 1-1, pero ang Purefoods Star Hotshots naman, led by Denzel Bowles. Ang ganda na pinakita ng game number 1, gusto na ituloy-tuloy yan for a commanding 2-0 lead. At dito sa Big Dome magaganap game number 2 in a few minutes. Ang tanong natin, magkakatambakan ba uli o tablahan ang mangyayari? Talk and Text wants to even up this best of 5 series. Charlie Cuna together with the Doctor. Andy Howe. Doc, alam naman natin, pag naglaban itong dalawang koponan, laging bakbakan talaga. You know what happened in the first half last time? Lumaki ang lamang nitong Purefoods, but they caught up almost even taking the lead.
Well, it was a spectacular game played by Denzel Bowles in the first half. And, you know, I thought that the Tropang Texters, they were just bewildered by the great shooting, plus the defense being displayed by the Purefoods team. No? So, obviously, they would like to remedy the situation. If you were to go down 2-0 in a best of 5, I think it would be very difficult for you to win 3 games in a row. Although it might have been done before, no? The Talk and Text did beat some other teams having to win 3 straight. But that's going to be a very difficult situation, especially with a team like Purefoods, who are just coming off, after Miss All Filipino, they're coming off from 4 straight championships. No?
Tama yun, Dr. J. Siyempre, yung kailang top of the list para for Talk and Text is try to stop itong si Denzel the Destroyer dahil nasira talaga ang depensa ng Talk and Text throughout the first 3 quarters, especially noong game number 1. Halos unstoppable talaga si Denzel.
Yeah, look at that. 49 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. He had 36 attempts in that ball game, making 23. So very close to 60% shooting from the field. And what can you say about that guy? And Ivan Johnson was a far cry of an import for himself until he came back in the second half. But still, Denzel Bowles has the material to be able to help him out in this game. No?
Kung gano'n naman katamis ang laro ni Denzel Bowles noong game number 1, nahirapan naman noong first half, especially si Ivan Johnson, ang import ng Tropang Texters. Medyo maganda ang depensa sa kanya ni Mark Pingris while he was in there, able to stifle Johnson dun sa early goings. First few 3-point shots na Dr. J hindi pumasok unlike in the previous games. And by the time he got going, napakalaki na ng lamang ng Purefoods.
You're very correct. Of course, this time, almost all of his attempts were challenged by the defense. Plus the fact that he got 3 personal fouls early. We've seen him get into foul trouble in almost all of the games he played, but he has never fouled out. In other words, he knows how to pace himself after picking up the fouls early. Ang problema for Talk and Text, because he fouled early, they couldn't get the points that they wanted from their import, and eventually the local players suffered until he came back and gave them a good impression of what he can do in the second half.
Yung nangunguna dyan para bumantay rito kay Ivan Johnson is Mark Pingris. Siya ang na-designate ni Coach Tim Cone. Natutukan itong si Ivan Johnson and he was able to play that role noong first half ng ating laro. However, na-injure si Mark Pingris somewhere along the way. Napakan niya ang paa ng kanyang kapatid si Joe Devance and he sprained it and sat out the rest of the ball game. Just giving Ivan Johnson the cue to go to the basket strong.
If we remember this game, you know, obviously Pingris did a good job on him. But the minute Pingris got injured, that's when Johnson really got to work. Remember that at that point when he was injured, actually Durmay pa si Johnson and he dunked the ball. But then he got his game going. And the rotation for defense of Purefoods just suffered. Now, we don't know how well he has recovered from that sprain injury. He said that in the past. But he's a tough player, and if he can walk, if he can run, he probably will play hard.
To give us an idea o anong kondisyon ni Mark Pingris, puntahan natin ating kasama, Riza Diaz at courtside.
Charlie, good news for the Purefoods fans. Maglalaro ngayong gabi si Mark Pingris. Yung left ankle niya na na-sprain in game number 1, magaling na. In fact, nakapag-ensayo na nga siya in the past few days. Pero ang babantayan natin, yung kaliwang kamay ni Mark Pingris. If you would look closely, it is heavily taped. Dahil yan na-sprain naman kahapon nga sa ensayo. Ang tawag sa mga salita natin na-korbo. Masakit na masakit daw, sabi ni Mark. But like you said, he is a fighter, he is a warrior. So titiisin ni Pingris yan para makapaglaro. Charlie.
Thanks a lot, Riza. Well, so Dr. J, it looks like okay na yung ankle, pero kamay naman na nagiging problema. But that's, much minor compared to having a foot injury. At least kaya pa rin niya sabayan si Ivan Johnson.
Yeah, and players that are tough, when you come into the playoffs, you play with injuries. Everybody's they get injuries. But you play through that, no? And I think he's one guy that will play through that.
We go to the backcourt ng Talk and Text. Nangunguna dyan ngayon with the retirement of Jimmy Alapag. Siyempre, Jason Castro na ang main man. He commands all that attention. The defenders, kailangan i-mark talaga si Jason. Di masyadong pumutok noong game number 1 si Jason Castro. Shooting percentage was down. Good numbers nonetheless.
Yeah, but only for 40% shooting. And if you compare it to the game, for example, that he played against Barako to get into the semifinals, he had 19 points in the first quarter alone. So, sometimes you look at things and you say it's not the same. But obviously, the defense is focused on you. One of the guys that you want to stop on Talk and Text from getting hot is Jason Castro.
Tama yun, and he wants to get off to a good start. Ano mo nangyari sa Talk and Text sa game number 1? Dr. J, slow start. When Purefoods was already hitting all those baskets, parang naiwanan ang Talk and Text doon sa first quarter. So, we'll find out what happens in a short while. Ang starters natin already being called out on the floor right now. This is to be an epic matchup once again between these two teams na huwag natin kalimutan, Dr. J, nag-triple overtime ito sa Davao earlier this conference.
Yeah, it was a hell of a ball game, and I remember they were really sweating and puffing and huffing. The place was hot, but they gave us a very good ball game. So far, it's been a very good account of themselves dito, itong dalawang naglalaban na ito.
And na po ang ating mga starters on the floor. Naghahanda na, about to tip it off here. Purefoods Star Hot Shots kontra Talk and Text, Tropang Texters. Tambakan ba o tablahan? Yan ang ating tanong. We'll find out the starters on the floor para sa TNT. Jason Castro and Larry Fonasher. Ivan Johnson ang sentro. Ranidel De Ocampo at one forward. Jay Wash ang isa nilang forward for Purefoods. It's Simon and Yaps in the backcourt. Bowles in the middle, Joe DeVance and Mark Pingris naman ang forward. So the regular guys, they're all in there right now. Para sa mga coaches natin, Jong Wichico and Tim Cone, two of the most veteran and titled coaches dito sa ating liga, going at it once again. And tinan natin kung anong adjustments ang ginawa ng Talk and Text to try to equal this series.
Well, a new face in Washington, they usually start with Rozier, no? But he wasn't effective offensively in their first game. Dito naman sa kabila, si Simon ang nag-umpisa, hindi si Malyari. Ranidel with a nice post-up but missing that jump hook of his.
First quarter has begun. This quarter is brought to us by Motolife for Express Food Service. Call 370-6686. Pair of misses to start this ball game. And importante, Dr. J, kung sino ang strong start. Both teams obviously want to have a good start. At least keep up with each other. Walang gusto magpaiwan dito. And the action, the scoring has begun. Jay Wash with a 3. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Telbat. Landline plus Home DSL plus tablet to break the ice.
Well, I think that's a good sign there for Talk and Text, and you can see here an steal. But last touch on Johnson, that's a good call by referee Noy Kiligen, who is the crew chief for this ball game now. Pero ang nakita mo dito na Washington, magkasama tayo na matagal na. Washington is usually a player that if he shoots well from the beginning, he's really hard to stop.
That's right. That's a good start para kay Jay Watt. He could be a streak shooter in this game. We know he can put on the points. Ilang beses na rin naging best player of the conference yan. He's played in the playoffs as well many times. Especially nung nasa San Miguel Beer pa yan. Castro straight to the hoop. Ito naman yung start na nangyari for Purefoods in game number 1. Talk and Text gets a 5-0 scoring spree to start this ball game.
And actually, Purefoods is starting without a natural point guard, if you notice. So with Malyari, they taught him how to do that. That's a nice move and a nice pass there to Denzel Balls. And they usually have Malyari, a bigger guy, match up against Castro. All of a sudden, it's Simon. No? So Castro is going to be attacking the defense of Simon a lot here in the first quarter.
Has a chance to exploit yung kanyang speed talaga kontra rito kay Simon. Second attempt from Rainbow Country para kay Jay Watt. Hindi pumasok yan. And here's Purefoods. James Yap nagdadala ng bola. James Yap, ang kaisa-isang local player who scored in double digits for Coach Tim Coach guys. In game number 1, he finished with 18 and had a very crucial layup noong fourth quarter. Hit 2 3-pointers in that game. Ngayon, fading away mula sa kanan. Bitin yon, and Castro off to the races once again. Nakita niya, dalawang white shirt nasa harap niya. Waited for the trailer, Ivan Johnson. Lost control in the air. Pero natamaan ni Joe Devance. That's going to be a personal on JDV. And Johnson's going to go to the line.
That's a good decision by Castro to pull up and wait for his big man who was running with him to come down into the lane and giving up the ball. But Johnson is a pretty good free throw shooter, so you don't really like to foul him. He's a very good all-around player. He has an outside shot. He's a little bit long on that second free throw, but it's a 4-point lead for the Tropan Texters.
Free throws a while ago brought to us by Smart. Livermore, 6-2 ang ating early score. 2.5 minutes almost gone by here in the first quarter of game number 2. PJ Simon sa pang-inaasahang gumawa ng scoring para dito sa Purefoods star. And James Jack off balance. Bowles cleans it up para dito sa koponan ng Purefoods star. 4 points for Denzel.
Sometimes you say box out, but how do you box out a 6'8", 6'9" player coming from the outside with a big run like that?
Ivan Johnson, they left him open as if daring him to take that free. He missed it, pero lari po na siya. You know, lari po na siya. Isa sa mga player, Dr. J, na dati, di nakikipaglaban sa rebound, but after years have gone by, he's been sneaking in there to get offensive rebounds, keep the ball alive para sa kanyang opponent.
You're correct, because you know, Larry is close to 6'3", a little over 6'3", so he can rebound. James, using the glass here. Now you will take that whether you did it on purpose or not, but you made the shot. You know, Paulie made a couple of shots off the glass yesterday. You know, so you take that as a shooter.
Okay na yun. Basta
Yeah.
pumasok,
Yeah.
counted yun. Jaywas goes to the post. Ranidel De Ocampo trying to muscle against Joe Devance, throws that ball away. And that's one thing Joe Devance can bring dyan sa defensive block na yan, Dr. J. With his size and his weight, kaya niya itulak palabas o hindi magpapatulak sa mga offensive players.
Especially against Rani Del Rio Campo. He has the upper body strength, and that's what he's just trying to do, hold the ground.
Ito na, Mark Pingris. Siyempre, tuwang-tuwa mga Purefoods star fans because they were asking kung makakalaro nga ba ito si Ping sa larong ito. JDV, quick release from 3. That's short on the rebound. Jason Castro, another rebound. He averages almost 5 a game. At dire-diretso sa basket, just really the quickest guy from end to end.
Yeah, and I think there's no way that Simon can guard Castro in open court. And Jason, you can see that. He's attacking him as quick as he can, not even waiting for his teammates to come around.
Denzel Bowles, bintis mula sa labas. And obviously, not quite as hot as he was doing game
Hinabol,
number 1. Oo, hinabol na. Ranidel thought he had a beeline straight to the hoop. The fans had all the time para itira yung trap na yun. Decided otherwise. 7.5 natitira sa ating first quarter. Bowles will attack. Andun si Castro, humara. Some contact. Denzel Bowles hindi na-appreciate getting hit on the jaw. May paka na tamaan.
But you can clearly see there was no intention to hurt Castro. He was coming in from the blind side, hoping to be able to swipe the ball away. And Jason hasn't been known to be anything close to being a dirty player. He just plays hard.
Parang heat of the moment reaction lang. James Jack, umupo sa ere. Hinabol naman ni Larry Fonacier. And you're right, Dr. J, yung height ni Larry Fonacier is really an advantage at that shooting guard small forward position.
Yeah, you know, he's a good defender. He has proven that in his collegiate days as well as in the professional league.
4-point lead for the Texters. Di sila lumamang nung game number 1. Wire-to-wire lead doon para dito sa Purefoods star. But right now, they're trailing and Pingris gets hit on the back of the head. Joe Devance crossed that timeline.
Very aggressive defense being displayed here by Token Tex. They want to see what the referees will give them as far as the calls are concerned.
They're able to steal it away. Jay Wash! Nauna na. Rewarded. Nice pass from Fonacier. The jam from Jay Washington. It's a 6-point lead. 12-6, 6:41 natitira dito sa ating first quarter. Babalikan yung PBA mula dito sa Big Dome. And the strong start mula sa Tropang Texters. 12-6 ang ating score. This is a basket a while ago on the fast break jam from Jay Wash. Best play brought to us by Amayo Steps. Amaya, kaya ko na.
Well, the statistics you have to look at early here in the ball game is the number of turnovers committed by Purefoods plus the fast break points scored by Talk and Text.
Tinis na si Coach Tim ko na while ago, nakaka-layup daw, sunod-sunod itong Talk and Text. Punta muna natin si Riza Diaz. Riz?
Charlie, this is exactly how Coach Jong Wichigo wants his players to start the game. Dahil nung last game nga, parang wala daw gana. Yung mga first 2 quarters, at ang resulta nga nun, Purefoods getting momentum, they're getting the confidence and eventually the win. Kaya ang sabi ni Coach Jong Wichigo, hindi naman daw malaki yung adjustment nila. It's not like they lost by 20 points. The adjustment lang is about starting strong and trying to stop Denzel Bowles from committing another 49 outbursts. Charlie.
Maraming salamat, Riza. Well, so far, ito si Denzel Bowles, nalilimit nila in the first 6 minutes almost, starting first quarter. And kung may sore spots sa laro niya in Game 1, Dr. J, it was from the free throw line where he missed a bunch of free throws ngayon, 1 out of 2.
Yeah, I think he missed a lot, especially in the second half, because I think he was basically tired. You know, to take 36 shots is not a joke.
Tama yun, Jack. He made 23 though of those shots.
Yeah, percentage aside, but he still took a lot because he had to take a lot.
Which he admitted naman nung post-game interview nung kinausap nga siya ng ating courtside reporter na si Riza Diaz. He said he knew he'd get tired in the fourth quarter kaya he kept shooting habang alam niya mainit pa yung kamay niya nung first 3 quarters.
That's making hay while the sun is shining. Don't wait for it to go down. Apan, by the way, is in the ball game replacing Fonacier. He's matched up against Jake Shaw.
Defensive prowess.
Oh, nice pass.
Ayaw naman, ang ganda nga ng fight. PJ Simon nakawala dyan sa ilalim para sa reverse.
Well, a good cut, you know, that's important. When you set up an offense, you have to make the cuts.
Baka na lang patatlo lamang ng TNT. 5:28 remaining first quarter. Ivan Johnson, the power move. It's a block at the baseline, sabi ng ating referee. And that's gonna be counted. Chance for a 3-point play. Di makapaniwala si Mark Pingris. Insisting that he had established position. And Coach Tim Cole agrees with this.
I think he's certainly not going to be happy with this call. You can see that the shoulder goes in and bumps Pinglis when established. Actually, the referee who blew the whistle was looking at the lead referee, hoping to be if he was going to help him out. But they told him, go ahead and make the call that you thought you saw. That's your judgment.
Alam naman natin, the referees are really under the microscope these days. Dahil nga sa mga claims no, ng ibang mga team officials, coaches, Jiang Giao, of course, everybody knows nangyari kagabi. Complaining about one of the referees in that matchup. So, you know, we're watching them, and so are the players, so are the coaches. That call will stand. 3-point play completed. Dito si Ivan Johnson. Balik sa anim ang lamang ng TNT. Ping, gustong bawiin. Punta kay Denzel Bowles. That rolls out para kay D. Bowles. Ito si Castro. Trying to get free. And as you said, Dr. J earlier, PJ Simon. Sinasize up siya kung kaya ba niyang dagpasan. Ito si PJ Simon. Decides to pass it. Finds its way to the corner. Another miss from 3 from Jay Wash. Napasok niya yung una niya. Pero since then, dalawang mintis.
Well, this time, the last 2 shots were being challenged by Denzel Bowles. He was in his face.
Bowles wanted to go to the other side of the lane. Kay James Yap. His arm is clipped. Aaron Aban, natawagan na kanyang unang personal. Third team foul for the Tropang Text. There's only 4:41 remaining in the first quarter. He's PJ. He's got the height advantage on Castro.
That's why they're going to him at the post. They want to attack Castro's defense.
Hesitation from Joe Devance, only down to 3 seconds. What's PJ gonna do? Has to take it. Pero nandun ang depensa ni Jay Wash. The quick pass ahead to Castro, who stops and pops from 3. Admintis yun, and they weren't ready for him to take that 3.
He usually makes those kind of shots too. That's a nice screen there for Devance, but he does not make the layup.
So missing inside itong Purefoods star in several plays here sa first quarter. Tatayuan na yung mga 15 coaches together with Tim Cone. Some concern on their faces. Timeout is called. TNT calls it. 4:03 ang titira dito sa ating first quarter. So back inside the big dome. Handa na inyong mga Moneyball app dahil susunod na Moneyball Dribble of the People at sa inyo ng Motor Trade. Motorsiklo sigurado. Alaga ka dito. And you're gonna have at halftime para i-host ng Moneyball si Miss Carla Lizardo. So watch out for that. I'm Charlie Cuna together with the good Dr. Andy Howe. Riza Diaz kasama namin at courtside. Sa 100 pesos HD Signal load, you can now enjoy 26 channels. Kasama na dito paborito mong show tulad ng PBA at 50. With Signal, mura na. May HD pa. Purefoods comes up with the ball. The defense ng TNT andon. Simon looking for JDB. Quick pass to Pingris who didn't make that cut when he should have. Miscue. Turnover na naman ang Purefoods.
I think you also have to give it to Mark, you know. I don't think people are really expecting him to play a good offensive game because of the fact that he's injured. Plus, he probably missed several practices, no? But his presence alone does help the team with his defense and his leadership.
Kita natin, determinado siyang i-deny ang bola kay Ivan Johnson and that's exactly what happened there. Denzel Bolt stepped in. Pasa kay Simon!
You see, this is what I talk about Mark Pingris. His eyes, his ability to pass. But 2 bad passes to Ivan Johnson already. 2 interceptions from those passes at the low post for Ivan Johnson.
And with the volatile import, alam naman natin si Ivan Johnson nagre-react na. He screamed at his teammate a while ago for that poor entry pass na inagaw. Under 3 minutes na titira dito sa ating first quarter. PJ Simon bukas mula sa 3. Bitaw niya, short, and a rebound taken by Ivan Johnson. 6 rebounds na para kay Ivan Johnson. First quarter pa lamang. Castro straight to the hoop. Another basket para sa kanya. There was some contact. Walang pito.
Well, I think that was a pretty good no call. You know, what Castro is doing is really just taking it strong to the hoop. He's taking advantage of Simon guarding it.
Ayan si Denzel Bolt naman. Against Kelly Williams, bintis ang outside shot. He's missing here in the first quarter. Ivan Johnson na-atake. Kaliwa, pakaliwa. Kanan naman ang pinagtira pero hindi pumasok. And a good defensive stance from the white shirts on that play. They go ahead to Pingris. Nangyari yun nung game number 1. He got a couple of those in the first quarter. Miscue on the layup. Back the other way. Castro from out there. Under 2 minutes remaining. First quarter of action. Different complexion compared sa game number 1. Animan lamang ng talk and text.
But completely different because 2 teams, especially Purefoods, they're not shooting the ball well in this ball game so far. But it's only the first quarter.
JDB, Drumal, hesitated. Wasn't thinking of shooting. Hanggang dun sa kaduluduluhan ng play na yun. And Aaron Aban, sinabayan si Jason Castro. Umangat na, 19 to 11 rather. It's an 8-point lead, the biggest of the game for either team with 1 minute and 32 remaining. 30-second timeout from Coach Tim Cohn. A bit worried dahil talk and text seems to be dictating the tempo of this game.
Yeah, like I said, I think they might have at least 8 points on fast break of that 19 points, plus the turnovers being committed by Purefoods.
This is a time to shine move mula kay Aaron Aban. The nice pass from Castro brought to us by Rain or Shine Sunroof Gloss Roof Paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rain or Shine Sunroof.
I think Tim Cohn also called a timeout so he could be able to put in new players onto the floor. They're being hit by fast breaks. Their safety guards are not coming back quick enough. And he wants Malyari and Baroka to be in the ball game.
And a lull in the action. There will be some substitutes coming into the game. Pag-resume, take this opportunity to greet everyone a happy Easter. Ano naman natin, Easter
How was
Sunday
your
kahapon.
Easter?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Good time to rest and reflect. Kaya ng napakarami natin kababayan yung ginawa. Sana naging ligtas kayo sa kaanumang sakuna sa inyong mga biyahe. Enjoy naman kayo.
Especially the typhoon.
Oo.
Yeah, there is a God.
Hindi didn't have the same effect na sinasabi nila earlier in the week. So that's
There's
great.
enough suffering. He knows the people here and we're celebrating Easter Sunday. Tsaka ka na muna. Nature yan. I can control that.
Ito si Baroka, the miracle man, noong game number 1. The awesome volleyball tap na pumasok in a crucial moment in the fourth quarter. The pass went to Denzel who wanted to jam it, pero hindi siya umabot sa rim. Coming out of that timeout, napakamot na lang sa ulo si Coach Tim Cohn.
Well, I knew he wanted to put a lot of effect, especially maybe try to intimidate his counterpart on the other side. So far, he's the only guy that's really been scoring well for his team.
Ayun, bababa sila kay Ranidel yun. Entry pass. Mistake on TNT's part. Hasn't been the most well-played first quarter, Dr. J. Maraming turnovers on both sides.
Well, look at the score with only a minute left. 11 points for Purefoods Star, 19 for another steal by Johnson. And you can forget about this. Sumakay pa kayo dito sa sabihin niya.
Talagang gigil na gigil si Ivan Johnson and still jabbing at the referees. May sinasabi pa rin, even if that was an uncontested, unmolested slam dunk mula sa kanya. Denzel Bowles looking to get it back. Gets the contact. Foul, Kelly Williams. Basket, Denzel Bowles. Meron bang free throw?
There's just no local matchup for Talk and Text against Denzel Bowles on the other end. But they want to save the fouls, obviously, of Ivan Johnson picking him up early.
Malyari, nandyan na rin sa loob. Maliksi as well, the M&M tandem. Free throw nito si Denzel Bowles is brought to us by Smart. Livermore.
Well, Tim is a master of using his bench. And I think the same goes for a lot of the other coaches, like for the coaches, for Jogyo Chico, for Coach Yeniao. They have enough bench and they know how to use it. That's going to be an open three-point shot, but he missed it.
Not shooting quite as well dito sa semifinal round as he did noong quarters. Last game of the elimination. Halos lahat ng tira niya mula dyan sa three-point land. We're going in.
Well, last shot time dito para sa Purefoods Star. Pero may one foul to give dito ang Talk and Text.
Jay Wash doesn't give it. It's a miss. They get the ball. Kevin Alaf nagmamadali. 3 seconds to go from three-point land. Alas, back rims it. Had the presence of mind na makatira pa. Pagkatapos ng ating first 12 minutes, Talk and Text leading by 8 points kontra rito sa Purefoods Star. Very different from game number 1. 8-point lead para sa tropang Texters in the house. Andyan si Sir Manny Pangilinan, CEO Chiloy Enerio and Georgie Gregorio. Siyempre yan si Pato Gregorio, chairman. RDO, siyempre kailangan pag-usapan yan. Hindi masyado maganda shooting niya nung game number 1, although he did score 15 points, grabbed 13 rebounds, pero 20% from 3, only 40% from the field. Well, it happened to the entire team, Dr. J. Ang buong TNT, hindi maganda ang shooting nung game number 1.
Randall is a veteran player. You know. He may not get his points early, but he'll get it somewhere along the line. And he's never going to stop shooting because he's never been afraid to shoot.
Second quarter underway. First basket from Denzel Bowles. Quarter is brought to us by Motolite. For express footed service, call 370-6686. Alas, handoff to Ivan Johnson. Dalawang isip mula sa three-point line. Pinalipad ang defender, pero there was a slide. I don't think he's going to complain about that.
Well, that's something that Purefoods was able to do with this team. They have good local defenders. In the case of Rafi Reed, he's a lengthy one. He's 6'9" with long arms, no? And he can jump.
And he hands it off to Malyari. Malyari maganda rin linaro ng game number 1. 8 points, 10 assists. Goes outside, shot! React ng buong crowd. 11 points na para kay Denzel Bowles. That could get him going.
And that will get the team going because that's a nice move there by Kevin Alas and a nice soft shot. But, you know, if you can rely on your import, eventually your local players are going to come into the picture.
Maliksi, atop the three-point line. Around the pick of Bowles. 3 ni Maliksi, andun na. Niluwapas, Bowles will attack. Strong move to the hoop, sinabayan ni MGR. That's going to be a foul on the other rookie ni Coach Jongwei Chico together with Kevin Nash. Of course, dalawang rookie, Dr. J, na kung maglaro, alam mo, tagal na sa liga.
Especially Guanielas, he's really played well for them throughout the elimination and even into the first part of the playoffs. But last game, he was checked. So obviously, they're trying to bring him off the bench. Ang problema dito is so far, both imports have not been taken out of this ball game. They have played 13 and a half minutes.
1 out of 4 from the line. Make that 2 out of 5, 40% para kay Denzel Bowles. Nabanggit mo si Matt Ganuelas Rosa a while ago, playing really well. One of the guys averaging double digits of 3 locals. That's of course Ranidel, Castro, at siya yung pangatlo. Conacheres outside, shot! Baka nakakalimutan nila, one of the best from three-point land. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Telpad. Landline plus Home DSL plus tablet.
Talking Text continues its dribble drive and then the proper spacing for its outside shooters. You have to know how to close out and find the shooters.
Paroka niya nabas kay Maliksi. The last one felt good. This is better. Yung isa, out, in and out. Ito, pasok.
Alam mo, pag ikaw isang shooter, naramdaman mo yun. Go ahead, Charlie. Pumabalik yan.
That's brought to us by PLDT Home Telpad. Landline plus Home DSL plus tablet. Jay Wash. Hit one of his own noong first quarter. Height advantage kontra Maliksi. Kaya naman umatake si Jay Wash. Too strong lang ang tira but the possession is retained by the blue shirts. Fresh 24 para sa kanila. Alas, hinahanap si Fonacier. Decides to take it himself. Too strong and Fonacier, another offensive rebound. Hook shot, pasok yan, 7 points para kay Larry.
Very positive contribution and a steal here. Very poor inbound by by Denzel Bolts. I was telling Morocco, where are you going? I gotta give you the ball.
Miscues para sa Purefoods star. Capitalizing, of course, itong tropang Texters. Ivan Johnson to the bench. Papahinga muna ang import ng TNT.
7-point lead here for the Talking Tex. So far, they've led throughout this first half of play. No?
Larry Fonacier checked out the clock. Nakita niya, 9 seconds to go. Tipped away yung long arms na sinasabi mo ni Rafi Ribis, pero natira pang 7 seconds sa shot clock.
Plenty of time to set up a good play. And he's open. He's going to shoot. You let him open like that, he's going to shoot.
Tres yan, natin sa atin ang PLDT Home Telpad. Landline plus Home DSL plus tablet. RDO. Denzel Bolts to the hoop. Basket. Pinasakay itong si MGR. Just stronger towards the hoop.
What an import you have. This guy can defend. He can score from the outside. He runs the floor and he finishes with contact. Now he has to make his free throws. Like you say, he's 2 out of 5. Now it's 3 out of 6.
Umangat na ang percentage. Makibalita tayo kay Riza Diaz.
Charlie, so far so good for the Purefoods star hotshots. They are responding very well to the challenge given by Coach Tim Cone bago magsimula itong second quarter. Ang sabi kasi ni Coach Tim, ayoko nang makakita ng nagja-jogging or you guys are showing that you're very complacent, otherwise you'll ride the bench. Second quarter or the rest of the ball game, they want to be aggressor even though sila ang merong one-win advantage in the series. Charlie.
Well, that's true, no? Thanks a lot, Riza. Hindi pwedeng mag-relax, especially Talk and Text ang kalaban mo, one of the most potent teams in the league. And it's a charge called by the referee.
I think that's a good call. It's on Rafi Ribis who tried to set a screen and wipe out the defender. There was not too much complaint on the part of Purefoods. They saw that. Not even a complaint from Ribis.
Hindi si Baroka yung tinawagan ng offensive foul. Nauna na si Ribis.
Dahil kung kay Baroka yun, siya na-foul yun. Dahil dumapa yung defender.
Magko-complain sila kung si kay Baroka tinawag yun. We checked out Mark Pringles on the bench. Check out our Hitachi Chill Time brought to us by Hitachi Air Conditioner. Your world in better comfort. 7-point lead. Gustong dagdagan ni Kevin Alas. Too strong on the rebound. Fonacier once again fighting to keep that possession alive.
Well, if you work hard, it pays off. And that's what's happening to Larry. He's just keeping himself in the game.
Itira pa ng tres. Napakalayo. Bit short on that. Ito si Larry Fonacier. Looks at the bench. They say it's all right. Tuloy sa depensa. Right now it's with Maliksi. Who leaves for Malyari. Sets from 3. Doesn't get it. Maliksi offensive board. Goes up immediately. Supal-pal mula sa likod.
Yeah, he could have taken it down and then gathered himself. Oh, that's a miscommunication between Alas and Larry Fonacier. Dapat siya antay mo si Larry pumunta sa corner so he spots up.
Nauna yung pasa.
Nauna yung pasa. Akala nga ni Larry was going straight to the basket.
Purefoods playing catch-up. 7 and 18 remaining sa ating second quarter. Bulls, atake na naman. Almost got the hoop. Kevin Alas, nakahiga. Mukhang sa chan.
So by the mere fact that Tim Cone has not taken out balls from this first half shows how important winning this ball game is to him. Alam niya, this could be it. If we go 2-0, we might have a chance to play in the finals.
Napakataas ng Probabilities na. Pag nag-2-0 ka in a short best of 5, Dr. J.
Yeah, the odds will be in your favor.
Free throws si Denzel Bolts brought to us by Smart. Live More. Pinasok muli sa lineup ni Coach Jongwi Chico. The Blur, Jason Castro. As Kevin Alas will troop back to the bench. He did well in his stint. At unang sumalubong sa kanya, yung kasama nila sa 3-guard rotation dati na si Jimmy Alapag.
Well, again, splitting of the charities here. Still a 6-point lead being enjoyed by the Tropang Texters. The Star keeping themselves in the ballgame.
Castro. Goes to J-Wash. Setting him up for 3. Di tumira. RDO kontra Rafi Rivas.
Apat talaga ng kamay.
Tama, he tapped it away. Baroka to the speeding Malyari.
Nice
In the lane to Rivas. Di na kompleto ang layup, pero si Rafi naman ang susubok mula dyan sa linya.
Alam mo, these are things that you do in practice. The big man running down the middle. And the focus of defense always is on the guy with the ball and the big man trying to get a layup.
Kaya sinasabi nga nila palagi, Dr. J, pag yung big man nag-fill ng lanes, kailangan mo i-reward.
Yes.
Bigay mo yung bola, and that's exactly what Malyari wanted to do with Rivas. And the Purefoods star team captain hits his first free throw.
Ball's finally getting his first rest, and we have the bands coming into the ball game. And this is giving them positive minutes.
2 for 2 from the line. Sumaba na lang sa 4. Ayas was at 10. Nag-Castro had to pass. Andun ang depensa. J-Wash. From Rainbow Country, still no go. Who's fighting in there? Ronnie Del and Larry. Isa na namang offensive rebound. Another possession for Tokendex. They've done it time and again dito sa first half. And sa rebound, may tulak sa ilalim. Sinong nahuli?
I think it's a loose ball foul.
RDO.
We saw a push. There was the defensive player already established his rebounding position.
So Purefoods chance to cut it down to 2. Pwedeng 1. Depende sa ano magiging resulta ng kanilang offensive. Maliksi hit one earlier. Said no, bring it closer. Unable to make it. And Larry Fonasher. Last touch.
The two small men here for the Purefoods Star in the backcourt. We have Melton and Baroka in their backcourt. The two guys that can score, and they're very quick.
And also great on that defense against the guards of the opposing team. Pero first
Error
play,
kaagad.
error agad ang nangyari doon. Unable to retrieve that is Justin Melton.
Well, hina-hand off yung pasa, but he had just gotten himself onto the floor.
Justin Melton, some sort of a sophomore slump para sa kanya after a very effective rookie year dun sa Grand Slam run ng San Mig Coffee, now Purefoods. Not playing quite up as high as he did noong first year niya. But still able to provide energy. Speak of energy, Ivan Johnson. 4 na white shirt, Dr. J, nakapaligid sa kanya sa panakuha ng rebound and putback.
But you can see Jogi Chico, when he saw balls go to the bench, there's no fingers on the floor. Balik natin kaagad yung aking report.
Why not, di ba? Tref dito si Mark Baroka, no-go, skying for the board was Melton. But Larry Fonasher comes down with it once again. Becoming some sort of rebounding machine mula dito sa backcourt. Ito si Larry Fonasher. Castro, reach in from Mark Baroka. Referee calls a foul. Can't believe he was called for that foul. 5:16 remaining sa ating second quarter. Timeout has been called. Timeout is brought to us by KFC. So, Coach Tim Cole, kinakausap ang kanyang mga boys sapagkat 6 ang lamang ng kanilang kalaban. Tokendex up 33-27. Although Purefoods not letting themselves fall too far behind.
Yeah, you know, obviously what has been keeping Purefoods in the ball game is the play of Denzel Balls. You can see he was not very happy with the play of the starting 5. That's why he has kept them on the bench, except for bringing back Joe Devines. Kelly making a nice move there against Joe Devines.
Ang pinaalala lang niya sa ating lahat,
he
Dr.
can
J,
play.
na kaya talaga gumawa ng gano'n. He used to average in the 20s on a regular basis. Former MVP dito sa PBA. Who will be included among the 40 greatest. Who will soon be named. Ito si Melton. Driving to the hoop. He misses on the way up. Rafi Rivas saves it. Baroka under pressure. No go. And Ivan Johnson ang ibabaw doon sa rebound play.
4.5 minutes, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left dito sa ating second quarter. Talking Texas been in control throughout the match so far. Purefoods hanging in there. Kelly with another jump shot. This one a little bit long.
Hindi niya nahihabol yung bola. Joe Devance able to stab it over to Barroca. C. Goes to Joe Devance. Jumper just inside the three-point line. Offline. Barroca gets the offensive rebound.
Small man can really sky. Get offensive rebounds. Good timing.
Melton. To Barroca. He's trying to post up Jason Castro. Ay to ay ang kanilang tinginan. Pag-ikot. Pinasabit ang defender. 2 free throws para kay Mark Barroca. Parang wala pang umaamin na nag-foul sila sa first half na ito, Dr. J. Ano talaga lahat?
Nobody wants to admit. If you remember in their Grand Slam run, Barroca was a key player for them. And he used to come off the bench, no? But he would really give them quality minutes. They really miss his game as well as that one of Sakalang. That really helped them last year.
Yes, Sakalang still recovering from injury. So 100 pesos HD signal load, you can now enjoy 26 channels. Kasama na dito ang paborito mong shows tulad ng PBO at Disney. With Signal, mura na. May HD pa. 1 out of 2 sa free throw trip na yun para kay Mark Barroca. The free throws, you know, this could play a big part near the end game. Kung ilan ang namintis and Purefoods has missed.
Maybe 5 at least.
Most from Denzel Bowles, who's now back in the ball game. Pinasok na ni Coach Steve Cole. And lumalaki na naman ng konti itong lamang ng pocket checks. Castro tries to go baseline. Joe Devance takes it away. Up ahead to Denzel Bowles, who will finish. Nakapagpahinga ng konti. Tumakbo.
That obviously is an advantage. Pag napahinga ka, he's still in the prime of his career. You can see how confident he is with his game.
Paangat pa nga lang yan, Dr. J. Imagine when he first came here in 2012, led him to a championship against this very Talking Tech team. He was just 21 or 22.
Jason's having a game for himself. 8 points in the ball game now for Jason Castro.
Puro layup pa ginagawa ni Jason Castro, taking it to the hoop. James Yap. On the way up, natamaan. Dalawang free throw na naman ang ibibigay sa Purefoods star. This time it's going to be James. Pangatlong personal ni Mac Ganuelas Rosser. Here's that jam a while ago mula kay Denzel Bowles. The time to shine move brought to us by Rainer Shine Sunroof Gloss Roof Paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rainer Shine Sunroof. 2:55 na titira sa ating first half. It's a 7-point lead for Talking Text, 37-30. And let's hear from Riza Diaz.
But with all the physicality and everything that comes in between, it's very difficult for imports to adjust. Pero so far, Ivan Johnson has been handling it very well. And you know who's very proud of him? It's Jimmy Alapag, who's always been on his ear. Jimmy has this connection with Ivan dahil pareho sila ng school nung college sa States. They went to the same university at pareho rin yung kanilang naging coach doon. At si Jimmy nga ay lagi nakabantay dito kay Ivan Johnson. Tinanong ko si Ivan on how good of a thing is that. And sabi niya, Jimmy is great. He has his voice. I respect him and I listen to him. Charlie.
Maraming salamat, Riza. Well, Jimmy, Dr. J has been known to be that sort of a leader. Kahit small in stature, pero yung character naman niya, nakaka-influensya talaga rin.
He talks to the players as a group. He captained ball before, now as a team manager. Good move there by Ronnie Hill.
Tignan mo yung ball movement of TNT. Aban actually had the shot, decided not to take it. So now, Ivan Johnson under pressure. Sinabayan naman ni Denzel Bowles upstairs. That's a block.
He's just a very good defender. Pero Aban cannot pass up on that shot. He should take that. He was open. Uh-oh.
Jason Castro. Pangalawang beses na rin natamaan sa mukha si Denzel Bowles here in the first half. That's why Denzel not too happy whether he meant it or not. Nakadalawa na siya.
Well, the first one obviously was not intentional. This one, I have to look at it on replay. He got him on the face too, you know.
On the arm, on the face. But just a hard play of foul from Jason Castro. So Bowles diretso sa linya para sa dalawang free throws right now. Game face on. And Bowles yung improvement niya. No? Nag-iba na rin ang laro niya mula dun sa unang punta niya rito, Dr. J. When he first played and brought them to a championship, hitting those crucial free throws at the end of that game.
He's obviously affected by the fouls. Kaya nga, dami niya namimintis na free throw. Remember, the reason why they were champions the first time, he made 2 free throws to send the game into overtime on game number 7. So, and that was what you would call pressure pack. Kailan ipasok mo pareho, kundi talo na kayo.
Dr. J, sa sobrang pressure nga nun, naiyak nga sa nung naipasok niya yung dalawang free throws. We all remember that.
And I
That
remember
image.
Cap really lifting him up. Remember si Captain Alvin.
Alvin Patrimonio, grabe rin. Nakipagsabayan din sa iyakan na together with Denzel Bowles in that game. But that was a few years ago. Right now, nasa semifinals sila. In a best of 5, where Purefoods leads 1-0. And Ivan Johnson frustrated once again. Waiting for that whistle, it's not coming. And tama naman yung sinabi ni Riza. Ivan Johnson has been able to keep his composure in his stint here in the PBA so far. Denzel, gumagawa ng espasyo. Hooked it up, no go.
Well, he
was
forced
also-
that. He forced that. He should have thrown that out.
Manuela, siniwan para kay Kevin Alas. Side step, kick it out. Johnson to Rani Del De Ocampo, trying to move that ball around. Who's gonna pick it up? Kevin Alas able to get the loose ball. Baba na lang sa 8 ang kanilang shot clock. Rani Del hits that 3.
He's got 2 3-point shots. And he's been missing. But when it needed, he comes in and gives you the big score.
Parang broken play na yun. People were expecting a traveling na tatawagin pa.
It looked like
Rito
for
kay
a while
Alas.
there kay Alas.
You can't stop playing till there's a whistle.
That's going to be short.
Melton's jumper just off target.
He was not even at the height of his jump when he took that jump shot. Well, I don't think that was traveling. He spun around, was able to pass the ball. It looked like traveling for a while there.
In real time,
Yeah.
diba? Pag slow motion na, Dr. Din, nakikita natin talaga very clearly.
So you have to give it to the refs because they have to make judgment during real time. And Ronnie Dell, nice strong move there but couldn't get it off the glass.
Resibo, pero di na ipasok. Melton ngayon, naghahanap ng kakampi.
They can go 2 for 1 but they have to shoot now.
Melton, very tentative kung kanino niya ipapasa yung bola. Denzel Bowles, he will attack. There's a foul from Kevin Alas.
And they are in the penalty so it will mean free throw shots.
Denzel Bowles feeling the brunt. Yung mga bangga sa kanya ng mga guardia. And you're not talking about little puny guys. Kevin Alas is a strong player. So is Jason Castro. So kahit maliliit yan in height, when they bump you, you feel it. 5 out of 10 mula sa linya. Ito si Denzel Bowles wants to bring that percentage up. That's brought to us by Smart. Live more.
26.6 seconds, 24-second shot clock. Purefoods has a couple of fouls to give before they get into penalty. Now, whether they use it or not, I don't know.
2 for 2 mula sa linya from Denzel Bowles. 26 seconds to go. TNT.
30-second timeout being called here by Coach Jong Chico.
So manigurado na they get a basket bago matapos ang ating first half. At Doc and Tex, yun kung naman yung game plan nila, adjustment-wise, have been able to execute it well. Dr. J dito sa game number 2, hindi nagpapaiwan. They will be on top at the half. By how many? Malalaman natin if they convert. But Purefoods, sigurado maraming pag-uusapan at the half.
Yeah, obviously they're not happy with their turnovers. Take a look at our colleagues at the radio.
Paborito ng PBA, hindi lang mapapanood, mapapakinggan na rin. Catch up with your favorite PBA games. Radyo 5, 92.3 FM. Everywhere on board today. Benji Santiago, kasama niya the Rain Man, Ren Ritualo. You look at these two lineups, Dr. J. Grabe rin yung personnel na meron si Jong Chico at si Tim Kong.
Yeah, definitely.
Just really deep benches.
You look at Reno Shine, they have a deep bench. I think you look at Ginebra and you look at San Miguel, they have deep benches. You know, that's why really parity among the clubs.
About a 1.9-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Yep, giving Alas a hard time. Alas trying to draw a foul, no go, kicks it over to Melton. 2 seconds to go to Bowles. Bowles will not
Gonna
get
be
it
a
off.
tie.
Oh.
Oh! But I don't think it was in time even if it had gone in.
Wala na nakashoot, either team. Talking Tex was leading by 8 at the end of the first quarter. Purefoods cuts slightly into that lead at the half. Madiscarded player of the half natin. This is brought to us by Firefly LED Bulb for the one who finds a way. Firefly lights the way. Jason Castro ilang beses dumire-diretso sa hoop para makakuha ng layup. The Blur leading his team in a very different game number 2 dito sa seryeng ito. They want to tie this up at 1 apiece. 8 points, 2 assists. 4 out of 5 from the field para kay Jason Castro. Kaya naman lamang ang kanyang kuburan ng 6. 40-34. Lots of guys helping out for TNT. We'll take a break here at the Big Dome. Sa halftime po tayo ng Game 2 ng semifinal series between Purefoods Star and Talk and Text. Talk and Text with a 6-point lead, 40-34. And napakaiba talaga itong first half para sa TNT sa game number 2, Dr. J, unlike in game number 1 kung saan naiwanan na sila.
Well, obviously, they are the more aggressive team, and they showed that by the way they attacked the basket, especially in the first quarter. You know, it's an important game for them. They don't want to fall into a deep hole by going down 0-2. So they were the more aggressive. But I think really both teams played very good defense, forcing the very low field goal percentage for both squads in the first half of play.
Let's check out some of the highlights that happened sa ating first half. Gaya na sinabi natin, strong start para sa mga naka-blue na tropang texters. So, question of tambakan o tablahan right now. Tingnan natin, very close ball game. Jason Castro set the tone with his bursts of speed towards the hoop, like you said, Dr. J. And nag-follow suit naman yung kanyang mga kakampi.
Yeah, you know, in game number 1, I didn't think he scored that well in the first quarter, even the first half. So obviously it was a different game for them. You look to one of your leaders to establish the game for you, the kind of pace that you want in the game, and it didn't happen. Here you can see aggressive Darrency Johnson, and how many fast breaks and layups did they get early in this ball game?
Ivan Johnson with 8 points in the first half para sa Talk and Text, but lots of guys helping out. In the second quarter, the lead nitong Talk and Text went as high as 10. Pero Denzel Bowles, nag-init na rin, was able to hit yung kanyang unang outside shot. Some of the other guys like Malik C also came off that bench to help out.
Yeah, quality player in balls. He already finished the first half, I think, 21 points. So obviously, habang nandyan siya, nabibigyan ng buhay. Actually, they're not that far behind. You're down only 2 baskets, you know, 2 3-point shots. And both teams really haven't been shooting the 3-point shot well. Although Talk and Text has had more success from that area.
Yung shooting natin in the first half, kung tingnan natin ang statistics natin, Dr. J, just 29% para sa Purefoods. And they just happened to shoot a lot of free throws. Pero yung percentage na yan, they're lucky to be down by just 6.
Exactly. But the free throws kept them in the ball game because there was a differential of 9 points from the free throw line. The fast breaks, we were talking about Talk and Text, 7 plus 7 for them. Second chance points plus 6 for them. So in almost all departments, except for the free throw attempts, lamang ang Talk and Text so far. But that's only the first half. You have the second half to play to.
That explains kung bakit lamang sila ng 6 at the half. And it's a good time bago mag-umpisa ang ating second half. As you see the leading scorers on your screens, Ivan Johnson, wala pang double digits sa Talk and Text for Purefoods Star. As you said, 21 Denzel Bowles. Kailangan tumulong yung kanyang mga kakampi. PJ Simon with 4 and the rest even lower than that. So it's a good opportunity. Dr. J, puntahan muna natin si Riza Diaz at courtside. Makibalita tayo.
Charlie, dalawa lang pakiusap ni Coach Tim Con. First is for them to make their free throws. Second is for them to put their minds in the game. Napaka-physical nga daw ng depensang nilalaro ng Talk and Text, tropang Texters. But Coach Tim Con doesn't want them to waste their effort on complaining to the refs. Ang sabi niya, that is my job. What I want you is to keep your focus. This is not the first time we're playing them. We know better because when we are not focused, it messes up our execution and it gives Talk and Text an opportunity to run. Charlie.
Maraming salamat, Riza, for that report. Third quarter underway. The quarter is brought to us by Motolife for express and service. Call 370-6686. Denzel Bowles opening up the scoring sa ating third quarter inside on the second chance opportunity. A while ago, Dr. J, nakita natin they were showing the bench of Purefoods. Aside from Sangalang being out, matagal na rin wala si Ian Sangalang, si Yusuf Taha, another big guy who could help them as far as hustle and rebounds, is also injured and has not played for a few games now.
I saw him before the game. He was still limping, and he told me he probably would come out in the end of May or June. So that might be the third conference already. You know? So you're right. This guy could help them because he's also aggressive, and he's a tough player. And you know, a big guy like that also challenges people that go into the paint a lot.
Nakatulong din naman yan sa kanilang performance, especially the third conference last season when they completed the Grand Slam. Yusuf Tao was a big part of that. Good defense on the part of Purefoods. Napigilan nila itong talk and text. So ngayon, chance pang makalapit lalo. Simon bumitaw mula sa three-point land. In and out. Rebound. First to the ball, Ivan Johnson. Purefoods caught looking. And Larry Fonacher na-intimidate sa depensa ni Denzel Bowles. Suddenly wanted to throw it to Jay Watt. That's a turnover para sa TNT. Another chance for Purefoods to cut this lead.
Actually, the intention was good. The pass was not accurate.
Nahirapan eh. Makapulot ng bola ito si Jay Wash. Ball has been kicked. It will stay at 18 itong shot clock ng Purefoods star. Devance Simon, Pingris, Bowles, and Yap up against Castro, Fonacher, RDO, Jay Watt, and Ivan Johnson. Inside the shaded area was James Yap. Spun one way, went the other. Basket. 5 points para kay James and Yap.
It gets better as the years go by. Got more moves now. Great accurate shooting from the outside.
Suave. Jay Wash goes to Ivan Johnson. Not a bad place to go. Only 8 in the first half. Missing his first jumper here. And Mark Pingris with that rebound. Mark Pingris has entered the 4,000 rebound club in this game. He only needed 1 para makapasok sa milestone na yon. As we see James Yap flip it up from outside. Tresian hatid sa atin ng PLDT home telpad. Landline plus home DSL plus tablet. Isa na lang. Isa na ang lamang ng Purefoods.
Yeah, a 7-0 run to start off the third quarter. Actually, only about 2 decent shots so far for Talk and Text. That's going to be a 3-point attempt. A little bit long, and they're running.
Nice pass ahead. Yap to Bowles. Kaya ba niyang tapusin? Hinawakan na lang ni RDO. And that was a dangerous but accurate lead pass mula kay James Yap. And kung first game sa game number 1, hindi lumamang ang Talk and Text. Purefoods led wire to wire. Ito namang itong back-to-back baskets ni James Yap gives Purefoods the lead for the first time dito sa game number 2.
I was looking at him take some practice 3-point shots, especially from the top of the key during the intermission. And he was very accurate from that. Now, if he makes those things, you're in trouble because that guy can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
Free throw ni Denzel Bowles brought to us by Smart. Live more for 2 from the line. And obviously, I'm pretty sure isa sa mga pinaalala ni Coach Tim Cohn kay Denzel Bowles, knock down your free throw.
Well, he's not tired, so obviously maganda pulso niya at this stage. Galing siya sa break.
Ivan.
Oh! Great
Walked away.
defense.
Walked away. Nice anticipation. Pero possession remains with the Blue Shirts. This time they take it away. Joe Devance magdadala ng bola across that timeline. Fonacher the harassment. Ping to Yap. He's open. Another one. That's also brought to us by PLDT home telpad, landline plus home DSL plus tablet. In the blink of an eye, Dr. J, 6 na ang lamang ng Purefoods.
Well, a 12-0 run. That was 40-34. Now it's 46-40 on the other end. No timeouts. You know, the other coaches are looking at Jong, but I think he wants to reserve that timeout.
See how his players can fight out of this. Tref ni RDO, hindi pumasok. Last touch, Denzel Bowles. It will stay with the Blue Shirts. And that's a break that goes TNT's way dito early in the third quarter. 8 minutes and 34 natitira. Di pa nakaka-score ang TNT here in the second half. RDO finally breaks that.
Good pick and roll there and recognition by Jason Castro where his teammate was going. Still the two guys really coming together in that play.
For 3.5 minutes. Blanco itong
At saka uminit dito si James.
tama. Pasa sa kaloob dito kay Pingris who have to throw it out to Simon. He leaves it for JDV. 3 doesn't go. And RDO. Maraming mga de-initial lang ang pangalan dito sa larong ito. As Jason Castro, quickest man on the floor, gets to the hoop. Once again, nakadraw ng foul si Jason. He'll go to the line.
Well, he gave him the stutter step there. Kala mo aatras, bigla na lang umatake. So he did get a foul and they'll go to the free throw line. So Talk and Text has survived that, you know, the first big run there by Purefoods. Now let's see if he can make free throws here to cut down that lead to 3. No, right now it is at 3.
Jason Castro. Only 4 free throws taken. This is the 5th para sa TNT. They've made 3 out of 5. Tatlo lamang ng Purefoods. Poketex was leading the entire first half.
Magiging problema yan pag pumasok ang tira ni Simon. Because that's the guy that's, what you would say, missing among the starting 5 players that can really score and hurt you.
He had all the time in the world para i-measure yung tira na yun. Just rolled out para sa kanya. Jay Wash, nagharap ng kape. They go to Ivan Johnson. He steps back for 3. He's short once again. Shooting has been off para rito kay Ivan Johnson.
He's been short with the shots. I think he must make some adjustments with that shot of his.
Same thing with PJ Simon. Dito naman sa panic ng Purefoods. James Yap. Ito naman yung the big hands of James Yap. Handling that ball. He steps back. Doesn't get it. Bowles wanted to put it back. Left touch. Mark Pingris. Balik sa talk and text ng bola. 7:01 remaining in the third. Actually, pag naglalaban naman ng Purefoods at talk and text, Dr. J, you don't really expect either team to get blown out. Close game ang inaantay ng mga tao. Kaya nagulat nga sila in game number 1 when Purefoods pulled away. But talk and text actually brought the 20-point lead down to 1.
That's something that he usually does, which is dribble and go to the basket. But they have gone on a run of their own. They have a 5-0 run and they've cut the lead down to only 1.
Good advance, bukas mula Kate, susubok muli. Still can't get it, and now Talk and Text the chance to grab the lead back. Castro inside to Jay Wash. Hesitation move. Gaya na sinabi mo, Dr. J. The lead is back with Talk and Text, 47-46. Coach Steve Cohn tumawag naman ng timeout. The timeout is brought to us by KFC. So good. Pag pinag-uusapan ng Purefoods, siyempre ang pangalan ng una dyan. Itong sinatawag nilang the face of the PBA, Big Game James, ng numero on a game-to-game basis, hindi na kasing taas ng dati. Pero pag nangailangan ng puntos o ng magandang play, Big Game James steps it up.
That's why you're big game, because he shoots at the right time and he scores at the right time. He doesn't take as many shots as when he was younger.
Yung numbers niya umangat after the eliminations sa quarters at semis by about 5 points. At merong loose ball foul na tinawag. Team Cone is livid. Di makapaniwala that Joe Devance was called for that foul. They got nothing out of that timeout. Talk and Text with the possession. 6:04 remaining. They had just grabbed the lead back after Purefoods went on a tear to lead by 6. 7-0 bluff naman para sa TNT.
Well, they got the shot that they wanted. The mismatch there for Margali. He just didn't make it. Very strong pass. Good intention, but not correct execution.
Ivan Johnson, pinapik ang kanyang dibdib to say, my fault. Back down on defense are the blue shirts. Bowles shoots over RDO.
Not only she's good, he's lucky also.
Ninuha na yung parang hinigop puli inong ring yung bola.
That's a very hard play to stop. A high pick and roll between the import and Jason Castro. Because if you help out, as Ivan Johnson is rolling in, he's going to throw him that back pass. And usually he's going to have an uncontested layout.
Napakabilis nga dito si Jason Castro. He gets to the hoop even before you can react. So Bowles, siya naman, susugod. Iniwasan ang depensa ni Johnson. He tried to dunk it in the first half to no avail. Ngayon, iniwasan na. 2 points.
Well, that was good help by Johnson, whatever you say, because naiwanan na si Washington doon. But, you know, Denso is just a great player. Last touch on James Yap in that play. 12 seconds left on the shot clock for Talk and Text.
Narifon na siya gagawa ng inbound. Ito yung galaw ni Denzel Bowles a while ago for that 2-point basket. That shot was brought to us by DeWalt Power Tools. Guaranteed tough. Nothing on the side of Talk and Text. Ito na naman si Malyari. Sumide step. Leaves it behind. Kanino ba ipapasa? Bowles had to retrieve it. Bowles confident from that range.
He's hard to stop. If he's coming from the outside as well as driving in, how do
Mama
you stop
Bowles.
him?
Si Mama Bowles pala nandito na.
31 points already for Bulls. Third quarter pa lamang tayo.
Kaya inspirado ito si Denzel Bulls. Si Mama Bulls is watching him at courtside as Jay Wash takes that outside shot. That's a three. Mula kay Jay Wash to tie this ball game up. 52 apiece, approaching the 4-minute mark ng ating third quarter. Our first deadlock of the game.
Bihira yun.
James.
He's hot. He's hot. He's hot here in the third quarter.
Kung may 31 si Bulls, may 13 naman si James. Yeah, and with that shot, it's 15 already. Castro on the move. Umispin. Supalpal sa taas. And the length of Alex Malyari causing problems for the much shorter Castro. Aaron Aban papasok sa laro in lieu of Larry Fonacier. Pingris will sit as well in favor of Rafi Rivas. A timeout is called. Magbabalik kami. Tawag natin sa kanya Monster Bowls, pero may tumatawag sa kanya na Baby Bowls. Pagkikwento ni Riza Diaz atin.
Charlie, tama ka. That is Mrs. Veronica Bowles, Denzel's mom, who's watching the game for the very first time this conference. She arrived just last Thursday night, and she says she's very excited. It is something that she enjoys, being around the PBA fans, other than shopping, of course. Si Denzel naman is very happy because ang sabi nga ni Denzel, it's another thing when your mama's here to support you. Charlie.
Thanks a lot. Of course, Mother's Day coming up next month on May 10. Pero right now, si Mama Bowles, tuwan-tuwa sigurado sa performance ng anak niya. Baka hindi masyadong happy sa performance ng team niya dahil dalawa lang ang kanilang lamang so far here in the third.
Well, nobody expected this to be a blowout in favor of Purefoods. No? Obviously, Tokite is going to fight. Now, Purefoods is fighting to win this game to be up 2-0.
Setting up from three sana si Joe Devance. No goal, nilapit ang bola. Doesn't get it inside. And Castro will attack. Iniwan para kay Jay Wash. And distraction upstairs. That's what these long-arm Purefood star hotshots can do. Malyari, Rivas, nakaka-istorbo.
He was sa contact.
Bowles outside shot. Stepping on the line. 33 points. And akala natin, bad start kanina si Denzel Bowles. Couldn't make his outside shots. He's looking the same way he did in game number 1. RDO. Kayang katawanin ito si Malyari. To the hoop, no go, gets it back. Grown man move mula rito kay RDO.
You see, both teams are really fighting hard here in game number 2. Just a 2-point game for Purefoods. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left dito sa ating third quarter. It's been a good third quarter.
Crowd natin. Ito yung nangyayari dito. Great ball game we are witnessing. Malyari goes back to Bowles. Why not? But he only have 2 to shoot. What's he gonna do? Step back over Ivan Johnson. That's a miss. JDV step in. Hindi rin napasok. Ito na naman ang talk and text. Offensive foul on Ivan Johnson.
Well, the worst thing he did was he did it in front of referee Kiligen. There was no choice but the referee to call it. He really used 2 hands to push Malyari out of the way.
He had a few words para kay referee Kilingen, pero he walked away. Back on defense, Castro on the bench. Kevin Alas is in para sa talk and text. Minute and 40 remaining. Pass to Baroka, he loses it out of bounds.
James also getting a rest with Maliksi coming into the ball game. But James also played a good scoring third quarter here and deserves the rest.
Some backcourt pressure. RDO, magbaba ng bola. Shows you his versatility. Alas on the move. Nice help mula kay Maliksi, but Ivan Johnson picks it up. He'll attack the hoop. Blocked upstairs once again. Denzel Bowles. Sino kukuha niyan? RDO. Wanted to leave it for Ivan Johnson. Finally finishing that play. They just stuck with it. Don't talk and text.
Tight ball game again.
Pangalawa pa lang yan. 56 all. A minute remains. Baroka. He'll attack. Hinawakan na lang kanyang braso ni Kevin Alas. Who knew it? One of the few times a player will acknowledge na siya nga nag-foul.
Well, he's a veteran now, Baroka. He's taking the rookie a little bit with that sidestepping move. James Sharp, great outside shooting here at the start of the third quarter.
Now it's time to shine roof. But it's atin ng Rainer Shine sunroof. Gloss roof paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rainer Shine sunroof. Baroka breaks the tie.
Well, Mick Pinisi coming in, giving Denzel Ball a rest here.
Free throws of Baroka brought to us by Smart. Livermore, 1 out of 2 on that trip. So 1 point lead lang para sa Purefoods. Ivan Johnson. Susubukan ng depensa ni Pinisi, which was right there once again. And Ivan Johnson, a look of frustration sa kanyang muka. Napapatingin kay Coach Jong with Chico. Ngayon, kausap ang referee.
Kulang sa lift ang kanyang tira eh.
Subok ulit.
That's going to be a foul there. Pinisi really is not a shot blocker anymore.
So Ivan's gonna go to the line para sa dalawang free throws. Total field goals para kay Ivan Johnson, 4 of 19. And of those 19, misses 6 from the three-point line.
He's 2 out of 3 from the free throw line now.
Ulam ang instant ulam para sa game na di mo maiwan. Ngayon, meron ng breakfast tapa and tocino. Di lang basta ulam, instant ulam. Tied at 57, gustong ibalik ang kalamangan ni Ivan Johnson. Sa 100 pesos HD signal load. You can enjoy 26 channels. Kasama na dito paborito mong soap tulad ng PBA at Disney with signal. Mura na. May HD pa. So a miss on the second free throw. We're all knotted up at 57. Maliksi. Nowhere to go. Trapped in the corner. And a double foul. Pinisi and Kelly Williams away from the ball. The two veterans.
So the ball will stay with the Purefood star. 14 seconds on their shot clock. 26.7 seconds left in the third quarter.
Kay Malyari ang bola. He had 10 assists in game number 1. So has become the primary distributor. He decides to take one of his own. No go on the 3. Maliksi and Ganuela Rosser. Some punches or swings at least were thrown. Things are getting testy here towards the end of the third quarter. Ivan Johnson not liking the security hanging on to him. A while ago, Pinisi at Kelly Williams nagkainitan. Ngayon naman, Ganuelas Rosser Maliksi ang nagkainitan.
Take a look at that. That was a rebound play. So obviously they were boxing out each other, maybe holding on.
So habang nire-review ng ating mga referees, Dr. J, the coaches have a bone of timeout. Let's watch it. Nakita natin, nagkasabitan yung dalawang braso nila. No? They lock yung arms nila. Pinisi came in and Ivan Johnson was talking as well.
Now look here at this play. Nahawakan, but it's Malyari who threw the punch. You know? So that's why the referee came in immediately and called a flagrant foul on him.
So that's Maliksi. Tapos, ito nga, pumasok si Mick Pinisi. Ayun, boom. And of course, si MGR didn't take too kindly sa ginawa sa kanya ni Maliksi. So sumugod din si Matt Ganuelas Rosser. Aaron Aban getting him right in there, sacrificing himself.
Yeah, actually Aaron Aban was a pacifier. He was a peacemaker.
So inaantay natin ang hatol ng ating mga referees. Of course, the crowd, bigger percentage of the fellows in here are for Purefoods, booing Ganuelas Rosser on the big screen and cheering for Maliksi. But the referees will have the final say.
Obviously.
Kung ano mangyayari. Ito natin si Kapitan Alvin Patrimonio, the manager, talking to his guy. But let's look at it one more time. Sabitan ng braso. There was a swing and a counter swing actually came a bit later.
I have a good idea what they're gonna call, but let's just listen to them.
Kasi ito nga, si Penisi pumasok.
Actually, that's just
separate na
wala
yan.
yan.
Ano na lang yan?
Let's just talk.
Foul penalty one is called on number 22, Alain Maliksi. Alain
F1
Maliksi will sit on the bench for 3 minutes.
Maliksi. So he can't play for the first 3 minutes ng ating fourth quarter.
He has to sit down right now, and that will also mean free throw shots for Rocher, plus possession of the ball going to Talk and Text.
Only 13.7 seconds matitira dito sa ating third quarter. A 23-17 quarter in favor of Purefoods so far. All knotted up at 57. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagbigay ng instructions ng mga coaches. Governor Rene Pardo ng Purefoods start discussing things with the referees as well. And action has still not resumed. No free throws yet taken.
Yeah, they have to take Maliksi out, so they have to put somebody on the floor, and eventually it's Jun Simon.
Timcon using the entire time to find the replacement. MGR now at the line. And he coolly knocks down the first free throw. Sabi nga natin, rookie ito, pero kung maglaro, minsan nakakalimutan natin na bakito.
Well, you know, he doesn't have to score to be effective because he is a great defender. He's a rebounder. Plus, he's a good role player. Now, if you allow him to get his running game and make his cuts to the basket, he's going to score.
So last second shot time para sa TNT. Kay Kelly Williams ang bola.
May foul to give pa dito ang Purefood star.
Will they take it? Penisi. They wanted to give it up. No whistle. And what a quarter it was. Napaka-exciting. Balik yung momentum sa Purefoods. Punta naman sa Talk and Text. Went back to Purefoods. James Yap came alive somewhere along the way. Denzel Bowles as well in front of his mother who's watching this game. Pero Talk and Text after all of that, no? Sa dami na nangyari sa ating third quarter, sa ingay na ginawa ni Yap, ni Bowles, nila Barroca,
Sila pa rin ang lamang.
sila pa rin ang lamang. Dr. J, 59-57. 2-point lead entering the fourth and final quarter. When it's Talk and Text and Purefoods, you're never sure if it's going to end in regulation. Fourth and final quarter of action about to begin dito sa Big Dome. Talk and Text with a slim 2-point lead, 59-57. Charlie Cuna, Dr. J, Andy Howe, and Riza Diaz. This quarter is brought to you by Motolite for express patit service. Call 370-6686, inbound violation agad dito sa pag-umpisa ng fourth quarter.
Yeah, he should have given the pass to Castro before he got to the line. And Jason knew it, so he tried to release the ball again, but he had already touched it. That was a good call. Backing violation. Poor way to start with the ball in your possession.
Purefoods may magkakataon na umpisahan. Ang scoring dito, and look at that. Rivas to Penisi connection.
Well, there are no imports on the floor right now, and that was a great pass by Rafi Rivas to the cutting Nick Pinisi.
Kelly's jumper rolls out to rebound. Harvey carries in the ball game for the first time. His first action in these semis. Malyari gustong dumiretso sa basket. No call on Jason Castro there, going the other way. Ganuelas Rosser over to Jason. He lean in for the one-hander, no go. Penisi another rebound. Ano yung layup ni Penisi a while ago? Dr. J will say it again. Minsan lang yan.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many of that. But he trying to wipe out Rocher. Three-point shot, that's his job. Yan ang tira niya.
That's brought to us by PLDT Home Tel Pad, Landline, plus Home DSL, Bluff Tablet. Pwede ba sabihin, the layup made him offensive-minded, gave him confidence to take the three-point shot.
Correct. Even free throws will give you that, but lalo na isang layup.
Kelly gustong bumawi.
A little bit long there.
Oh, the rebound, it looks like.
It looks like Ribis tapping it in.
They're going to credit that to Harvey Carey for 2 points in the semis. But Rivas seems to have tipped that in.
But those things happen. You can't take that off.
PJ's three.
Yeah, that's going to be dangerous if he starts warming up because he's been the missing link on the scoring of the locals for Purefoods.
That three was brought to us by PLDT Home Club at that time. Plus Home DSL plus Tablet. 7 points para kay PJ Simon. Carey, the kick to Ganuelas Rosser, pero may reach-in foul daw. Who's it gonna be? Peter Jun Simon, ang kanyang unang personal. Side court inbound for the Blue Shirts. And a quick substitution. Kevin will go back to the bench. And RDO.
No, it's
Sino ba? Si Carey pala, babalik sa bench. And RDO is back in. Ito ang time to shine move. Yung tref na yan. That's brought to us by Rain or Shine Sunroof Gloss Roof Paint. Make your roof durable and shiny with Rain or Shine Sunroof. 5 of 25 for Talk and Text. 5 of 14 from 3 for Purefoods. Make that 6 of 26 para for Talk and Text.
You could almost see that shot coming. He loves to use that high pick. And when Simon made a three-point shot, it seems like Castro said, I've got to make my own.
14 points na para kay the Blur. Malyari goes to Pinisi. Hesitates on the 3. Had to pick it up. Into Rivas. 7 seconds down. Remaining on that shot clock. Down to 4. Baroka. Last second change of mind. Kasi nandun si Kelly Williams. It's thrown away.
That's a chill moment there, right there.
Hindi masyado si Tim Cone. Hindi talagang chill yan. Gusto naman sumigaw siguro si Coach Tim Cone after that play. They're able to stop Talk and Text on this end. And itong si Kevin Alas knocks PJ Simon to the ground. Let's turn you over to Riza Diaz once again.
Charlie, pag tinignan mo yung mga mukha ng coaching staff ng Talk and Text, Tropang Texters, that is just the exact opposite. Kasi nung natapos yung third quarter, sinalubong nila yung players with big smiles, congratulating everyone for a very good job in the third quarter. They got what they wanted, a good start, but it's about sustaining and finishing strong. And the warning stands for the Tropang Texters. No runs for Purefoods. It's about a defense and how they should end this game. Charlie.
Thanks a lot, Riza. Well, nakasmile yung mga coaches. Pero yung mga players, wala nang umingiti ngayon. Ang iinit na ng mga ulo. Medyo masungit na sila sa isa't isa. Alam nila, very, very important na itong last 9 minutes of the game.
Well, this is the fourth quarter right now, and this is money time, as you say. That's the reason why they put Randall back in the ball game. But he's not been accurate also. But a good pickup there by Alas.
Kevin Alas talking to Nick Pinisi after hitting that basket. We always say, itong si Kevin Alas, kahit parang tinatapon, hinahagis lang ang bola to the ring, he makes it. Likes that off-balance kind of thing. And Nick Pinisi forced to burn a timeout dun sa harassing defense ni Ranidel De Ocampo.
Well, Mick is a veteran. He knows when to use that. He's not going to use that if it's not necessary. Might be a 30-second timeout, depending. Team Cone will decide.
Yun ang 30-second timeout nga tinawag ng Purefoods Star. Trailing by 1, 56-65. And we expect this game to be close the rest of the way. Mga coaches natin talaga, Jong Wichico has never missed a playoffs in his entire coaching career since 1999 with San Miguel Beer, Barangay Ginebra, and Talk and Text. This is a smooth move play of the game. Brought to us by Chic, Free Your Skin. Yun yung kay James Yap kanina. Napeke ang depensa.
Well, akala mo lalabas siya or papasok niya, binalikan ka niya ulit. And then only he probably can make that kind of a finger roll shot.
Parang first time natin makita gawin niya yun. So dati tawag sa kanya the man with 1,000 moves. Baka 1,001 na yan. This selfie brought to us by PLDT Home Telpad. Landline plus home DSL plus tablet.
Great smile, great smile.
Purefoods, pagkakataon, makuha muli ang kalamangan sa larong ito. 8 minutes and 28 remaining. Fourth quarter. PJ, one-hander. Specialty of the house ng mga Purefoods star. Hot shots yung mga one-hander na yan.
You know, they really wanted this matchup. That's why they started Simon. They were forcing Castro to guard Simon. Ang problema in the first half, hindi nakakashoot si Simon. Ngayon, minute lang dito si Simon.
That's the best play brought to us by Amaya Skies. Amaya, kaya ko na. Siyam na puntos na para kay Peter Jun Simon. Imports back in the ball game. Ivan Johnson, Denzel Bowles. Alam natin they will be a big part of whatever their teams want to do here in the fourth. PJ, gusto kumpletuhin ng three-point play.
Well, you rested Johnson, but you know, this is an important ball game. He can rest anytime later after the game.
Tama na, mamaya na. Kailangan siya matulog agad pagkatapos ng laro. RDO, book shot.
And actually, they don't play until when?
The next game is
They
on
play on
Thursday.
Friday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday.
Tomorrow, yung Game 3 ng Raiders sa Meralco.
No, there's no game on Thursday.
Wednesday, wala.
Wednesday,
walang
wala.
game.
So they really have a lot of break.
3 days to recover. Mintis ang unang free throw ni Ranito Diamabo. So 100 pesos HD Signal load. You can enjoy 26 channels. Kasama na dito paboritong shows tulad ng PBA at Disney. With Signal, mura na. May HD pa. Signal with a C. Signal.
But Bolts himself has been sent back into the ball game. And Nick Vinicius given them quality minutes, no? Allowing guys like Mark Pingris and Jody Vance to rest.
Free throw ni Ranidel. Habit sa atin ng Smart. Live more. Cut the lead down to 1. Purefoods still ahead. Hairline. Lead. Malyari forcing the issue inside the shaded area. Sino may foul? Alas, Ponasher. Sabi ng referee, Ponasher. First free throw trickles in para kay Malyari. Pinisi will go back to the bench. Look at Bowles and JDV a while ago. Hitachi Chill Time brought to us by Hitachi Air Conditioner. Your world in better comfort.
Malyari makes both free throws, giving Purefoods Star a 3-point lead. 8 minutes left with this ball game of ours.
Almost losing it in the backcourt. Ranidel hooks it over to Ponasher. Quick pass to Alas for 3. He drills that three-pointer. Binura ang lamang ng Purefoods. All tied up once again, 70-all.
That's Larry realizing that he may not have an open shot because there was somebody closing in and found the right guy.
DJ nahihirapan. Nag-control sa ng dribble. Malyari baseline drive. Oh, masyado malakas off the glass. Here's Larry Ponasher. Talking Tex wants this lead back. Ivan. Passes it up. Alas hit a 3 a while ago. Says why not? Again, back-to-back threes para sa rookie from Letran.
Like you said, he may be a rookie, but he's tough. He's willing to take those kind of shots.
Confidence ito. Pakataas, Kevin Alas. Baseline, the pass is awry. Napunta sa Talking Tex. Chance to extend the 3-point lead. Alas dropped to the side. Kinuha ni Aaron Aban. Still lots of time sa shot clock ng Talking Tex. Ponasher goes to Ivan. He'll step back. Bring it in. Straight into the chest of Denzel Bowles. No call. Ball goes out of bounds. 3 seconds to shoot. And
There was a foul call.
foul na tinawag.
There was a foul call on ball. So I mean free throw shots for Ivan Johnson.
So meron. So initially, akala ni Ivan Johnson walang tama kaya nagko-complain siya. Pero meron naman palang personal na tinawag kontra kay Denzel Bowles. Let's look at it straight into the chest. And it's tipped away. Pero nakakapito na ang ating referee on that play. Timeout on the floor. 6.5 remaining here in the fourth. Final quarter timeout brought to us by KFC. So good. Ganitong klaseng laro ang inaasahan ng mga PBA fans. Pag naglaban ng Talking Tex at Purefoods, just a 3-point lead for Talking Tex. 6.5 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. And Ivan Johnson's the line. Gusto dagdagan.
He's been struggling from his free throw shots in this ball game today.
Second one coming up. We'll turn you over once again to Riza Diaz.
Charlie, hindi lang naman si Denzel Bowles ang may moral support. Nandito rin ang family ni Ivan Johnson. His wife, Jessica, and their 2 kids, Ivan Jr. and Ian, are also cheering there on the sidelines. Kanina kausap ko si Jessica and she admits to be at the edge of her seat, not because of the physicality. Ang sabi niya, it's just that the game is so intense and the score, this game could go either way and they don't want to go down at 0-2. Charlie.
Thanks a lot, Riza. And I'm pretty sure those 3 are some of the biggest reasons why Ivan Johnson keeps his cool in the games. Kevin Alas, 8-0 run on his own. Down by 2. Ngayon, lamang na ng 6 ang kanyang koponan.
Defense really very tight now for the Tropa Texters. And the Purefoods Star really got to get a basket here. And a good one. And they go to their toughest player. He wasn't going to give up the ball in that play. He was going to find a way to try to score.
Mark Pingris. Three-man conversation going on. Ivan Johnson, Mark Pingris, and the referee. Double technical. Pumito ang ating referee. And Ivan keeps jabbing. Referee reporting at the officials table kung anong i-announce ang ating hardcore marker. Here's a play. Sa ilalim on the drive of Denzel Bowles.
Well, Mark has been hurt a lot, so he doesn't like those extra elbows moving around. Of course, those are second motions, so he threw one of his own. And eventually, they were talking to each other.
It's just boys being boys.
Yeah. By the way, yung 40th anniversary ng PBA is on April 8. Pero actually, April 9 yung first game natin, 1975, if I'm correct. But I want to greet also the PBA, led by Commissioner Chito Salud. He's giving, you know, a lot of new players to entry to that. We'll have 40. But also to the newsmen that were,
Right.
I was there during that time when I was starting with the team. Lito Takuan of the Philippine Star, si Ding Marcelo ng Bulletin, si Ernie Gonzalez, si Juning Gracio is now national editor sa Inquirer. All of these guys are going to get their awards because they deserve. They were the first coverers of the PBA press at that time.
They're very much a part of the PBA. Mula
Yes,
sa umpisa,
definitely.
diba?
Oh, yung
Without
mga
them,
kasama
you know, it might not have grown the way it has.
Well, it's always been that way. You know, you need the press to support you. They have been very supportive of the growth of the PBA. Plus, of course, the facts. Number one.
Siyempre. Big game, James. Hands it over to Bowles. 8 seconds sa shotgun. Walang mapuntahan si Denzel Bowles. On the way up, it's stepped away. And another steal mula sa Tokentex. Just solid defense these past few sequences para sa kanila.
Well, that's the way it's been tonight, you know. Some good scoring at some point of the game, but really tough defense. Three-point attempt, that really looked good for him. But Larry Fonacier again with another offensive rebound.
They're missing the box-out assignments. Itong Purefoods star, Larry Fonacier. Nakailan na yan nung first half pa lang, and now doing it here in the fourth. Preserving a possession. Kevin Alas, another three. That's short. He hit two earlier. So Purefoods still with opportunities to come closer. James Yap. Straight up the ball. Steps back for three. That's short. Kita-kita from our angle. And RDO will push it up. Kevin Alas will attack. Back to the basket. Halo pa nangyari doon. Nanggigil itong si Kevin Alas very early in the shot clock.
Yeah, he tried to do the same thing he did against James earlier. You know, and he looked, he was talking to him, but this time James was there with pretty decent defense. But you can see Bowles is very tired now.
Kita, no? He's huffing and puffing. James Yap hangs onto that ball. Wanted to go over to Bowles. Agaw na naman. Larry Fonacier nagmamadali. Passing over to Ivan Johnson. Sinigurado. Slam jam. Mula kay Big Bad Ivan. Lead is up to 6, 3:54 na lang natitira sa ating fourth quarter. Timeout. Ivan Johnson gave his team a 6-point lead. Great feed from Larry Fonacier. Cool move brought to us by Breathstone Coolant. Breathstone Coolant always cool under pressure, protects against overheating. Trusted by 8 out of 10 drivers. Ivan Johnson scoring wise, just picking his spot sa larong ito. 14 pa lang para sa kanya. Denzel Bowles with 35. Ating import matchup sa rebounds, lamang na lamang naman si Ivan.
Yeah, but obviously you can see that Bowles, he had to extend himself a lot. And I think that timeout was necessary for him to get his breath back. Because he was really tired. You know? You could see even the way he was coming. That's a nice move by James Yap, but he did not finish a possible three-point play.
So ngayon, sa linya naman, susubukan kunin ni James ang dalawa para makalapit. 6 ang kanilang hinahabol, 3:43 ang nalalabi dito sa ating fourth quarter.
You know, we have the benefit of listening to the coaches during the timeout. You know, you can see the way Purefoods responds to its coach's instructions. So they're rushing it. I want to be able to get to the basket. Let's set this play and let's try to get to move on. Talking about Commissioner Chito Salud earlier, of course, my buddy, William Marcial, long time na. And I think the media for the PBA. No?
Free throws si James Yap, hatid sa atin ng Smart. Live more. Bahala lang sa apat ang lamang ng talk and text. Looks like it's going down the wire. 3:34 remaining. Pumipwesto ang mga TNT players. Jason Castro may tanga ng bola. They go back to Ivan. Makes this move. Gets free!
The one thing they want to do, Purefoods, is usually clog up that big man in the middle. But Ivan gave them a nice stutter step and then drove to the basket.
Finding stop. Very difficult here. The fourth quarter para sa Purefoods. Talking Text getting baskets almost every time down. Itong Purefoods naman hirap na hirap. Under 3 minutes na natitira. Game number 2. TNT looking to equalize the best of 5 series at once. Castro. 4 to shoot. And JDV allows him to take a 3. And that's big.
You know, off the timeout of Purefoods, they got some free throws, but all of a sudden a 5-0 run again here by Talk and Text, and now they have a 9-point lead.
PJ Simon. Punta kay Denzel Bowles. Bowles can't shoot. Throws it away. Ivan Johnson nakakuha ng agaw once again.
Napagod na si Bulls.
Not even the strength to pass it over the defender. Time is dwindling para sa Purefoods. What a time for this lead to go up to 9. Talk and Text doing it all right dito sa ating fourth quarter. Ayan na nga. Last 2 minutes. Power up with Cobra during crunch time. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Gusto ko ba? And Coach Jong Wichigo says, gusto ka ba? Sige lang. Jason Castro, 11-point lead para sa TNT. JDV's 3. He hit it pa. Purefoods star, not yet done.
Well, there's still a lot of time. It's just an 8-point lead with a little over a minute and 35 left. You know, you make stops.
Castro makes his move. Diretso naman sa basket. No secondary line of defense.
And you can see Balls just, he's a little bit disgusted at this stage because he can't help out his teammates anymore.
James Yap off balance ang tira. Flipped it up. Talk and Text looks on its way. 1 minute and 5 na lang ang natitira rito. And just a short run. Dr. J to break the game a bit open dito sa fourth quarter with time dwindling. Might just do it para sa TNT. RDO.
They got their game going now. They're so confident now. Their spacing is so good. Timko knows he's useless. So he didn't call any more any timeouts even though they were down by 9. He felt the game had gone away already.
Umirit pa ng panigurado si Ranidel de Ocampo. Bulls make a strong move. They kick to James. JDV the 3. Bounces long. Pupulutin na lang ni Jason Castro at mukhang concede na ang Purefoods star. They know they have to go and fight another day. This will become a best of 3.
At least.
Diba?
Now it's 1-1. No? So naging best of 3 na. No?
Ona shares 3.
Oh!
Wow.
He's had a game too. He's had a great game today. Can you believe that all of a sudden it's a 16-point lead?
Paulan ng puntos ang Talk and Text sa last 3 minutes ng ating laro. Kung kaya naman, what was a very close game. Tied at 70 all, in fact. Mula noon, 23-7 blast from Talk and Text to wind up this Game 2 series victory to tie the series up at 1 game apiece. Talk and Text firepower ng ibabaw noong fourth quarter. Ito ang ating madiskarte player of the game. Brought to us by Firefly-led bulb for the one who finds a way. Firefly lights the way. And who lit the way para sa TNT. All game long, siya ang at the half but discarded player natin. Pagkatapos ng laro, siya pa rin.
Well, he started the game for them with a couple of penetrations. And then in the end game, a couple of three-point shots, a couple of penetrations, and assist pass to Ronnie Dale. Those things are very important for them to break away from the very tight game that they had to play against Purefoods.
21 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. And Jason Castro leading them to Game 2 victory. Tie up the series. A 34-20 quarter para sa TNT to turn a 2-point lead into a 16-point win. Ito ang ating Motolite Express Hatid play of the game brought to us by Motolite for Express Hatid service. Call 370-6686. That's 370-MOTO. Moto. And the final score, Dr. J, is not an indication of how close this game was.
Yeah, that's very true. You can see that these two, best of 3 nga yan, pero parang humahaba pa yata yan, the way they're going against each other. They know each other well and they know how to defend against the other team.
Todo suporta talaga mga fans. Yan ang ganado fans natin tonight at ng Ginebra San Miguel. Ganado sa buhay. 16-point win para sa Talk and Text over Purefoods Stars.
Smart Araneta Coliseum, Jason Castro from the Tropang Texters, best player ng ating laro. The Blur, ang order lang ni Coach Jong Chico is for you guys to start strong. But what you did is to sustain that and finish even stronger.
Yun nga sabi ni Coach Jong na we need to sustain our composure kasi all throughout the conference yun yung nagdadala sa amin, especially on fourth quarter. So this game, sabi niya, yun lang yung laging nire-remind niya. Even na down kami, dapat yung composure namin nandun hanggat matapos yung game.
Ngayon, 1-1 na. Virtually, it's like a best of 3 ang mangyayari nito. What could be the advantage for Talk and Text na gusto niyong ma-exploit when we go to the next game?
Siguro yung defense namin and then yung execution namin our offense kasi unlike nung game 1, bangit yung mga execution na namin at saka na-rattle kami. So this game we make sure na yung mga pinupuntahan ng tao napupuntahan namin.
Game 3 must see yan. Napakaganda ng matchup ninyo with the Purefoods Star Hotshots. Imbitahan mo ang ating mga fans, lalong-lalo na yung Tropang Texters fans.
Sa lahat ng mga PBA fans, please support us and then manood kayo ng live. And then thank you for supporting Talk and Text.
May mga babatiin ka ba?
Yung mga relatives ko lang sa Pampanga.
Congratulations, Jason Castro, best player ng ating laro. Charlie?
Maraming salamat, Riza. Well, you saw that Jason Castro very happy but he knows hindi pa tapos ang kanilang trabaho. Just tying it up at 1-1. And you know, ginawa ng Talk and Text, they really just played rough and tough defense and testing the referees kung anong kaya nilang gawin. They did it to get this victory. So, dyan nagtatapos ang ating Game 2 coverage here. So we say goodbye mula rito sa Big Dome on behalf of my partner, the good Dr. Andy Howe, si Riza Diaz naman at course, and Charlie Cuna saying thank you for watching the PBA.
Wala na nga sigurong mas kinababaliwan sa pambansang libangan ng bayan. Laro'y sinasa puso at kinaaliwan na para bang digmaan ang laban.